Hello everyone. Now it's time to talk about the future perfect tense. A very important but often misunderstood tense. I think you're really going to like this video. As with all future tenses, the future perfect uses modal verbs. So the future is not expressed by changes made to the form of a verb. Instead, to express the future, we can add modal verbs, such as will or may, to the beginning of the verb phrase. Unlike the past tense, the future tense does not modify the spelling or the pronunciation of the main verb. Instead, we add will or may before the verb phrase. The structure of the future perfect is as follows. Subject, will, have, and then main verb in the past participle, which means adding ed at the end. Here are some examples. She will have studied this already. I will have finished by that point. They will have exhausted all their resources. He will have finished homework by dinner time. If you see in the picture below, we have the point on the left, now. And then at 7:30, begin homework. 9:15, finish homework. At 10 o'clock, eat dinner. So if we want to make a future perfect sentence with this information, we can say, he will have finished his homework by the time he eats dinner. For negative questions in the future perfect, we'd use this structure. Subject, won't, have, and then the main verb in the past participle. She won't have finished by then. I won't have arrived. They won't have finished studying by then. For question sentences, we can use will, subject, have, plus main verb in the past participle. Will she have finished by then? Will they have arrived yet? All right, the main question, how to use it. The future perfect tense expresses action in the future before another action in the future. This can sometimes be thought of as the past in the future. As we talked about before with the homework example, if I say, he will have finished homework by the time he eats dinner, we're talking about the past in the future. Look at the information at the top right corner. First, the plane will leave the airport at 11 a.m. And then you will arrive at the airport at 11:30 a.m. So we can say, when you arrive, the plane will have left. You can sometimes think of the future perfect tense like the present perfect tense, but instead of your viewpoint being in the present, it is in the future. Look at some more examples here. I have finished my homework. I will have finished my homework. See, the first one is present perfect, second one is future perfect. Look at another pair. She has eaten everything. She will have eaten everything. If you look at this picture here, you can see the sentence, we will have finished the report by Friday. So in the future, up to a specific moment in the future, by Friday, we will have finished the report by Friday. Here are some more advanced rules, okay? We use the future perfect to say that something will be ended, achieved, or completed by a particular point in the future. By the time you arrive, I will have cooked dinner. I think that all this will soon have been forgotten. She will have called him by now. You can see in the second sentence, I think that all this will soon have been forgotten. We add an adverb before have. Will soon have been forgotten. So you do have the option of experimenting with adverbs. And if you experiment with adverbs, I think this creates quite beautiful sounding sentences. Another rule, with the future perfect and the future perfect continuous, we usually mention the time in the sentence. By the time I get home, I will have drove for 10 hours. When she arrives at our house, she will have walked all day. So, because we're talking about the past in the future with the future perfect, it's a good idea to mention the time in the sentence so that people are not confused. Okay, this is long, so pay attention. The future perfect, future continuous, and future perfect continuous can all be used to say what we believe or imagine is happening around now. Here are some examples. We could ask for Jane's car. She won't have used it today. Most people will have forgotten about it by now. They will have been waiting all day for the concert. All of these sentences are talking about what we believe or imagine is happening around the present moment. But we have the option of using 3 different tenses. So if you look at the last sentence, they will have been waiting all day for the concert. That is the future perfect continuous. But we could also say they will have waited all day for the concert. Or they will be waiting all day for the concert. In all 3 tenses, the sentence has a very similar meaning. It's often quite funny to learn that in English we can use different tenses to express the same thing. Having said that, I think the future perfect is not too complicated. It just kind of takes some getting used to. So I want to go through a short little quiz to help you practice using the future perfect and really just to show you some more examples of sentences in this tense. Multiple choice. Feel free to pause the video and find the answer by yourself before I say it. If you find the correct answer, you'll feel more confident and you'll get a lot more out of the video. So number 1, by the time I get home, my husband will have cleaned the entire house. Number 2, Janice will have finished her homework by now. Number 3, the housekeeper will have cleaned the room by 3 p.m. this afternoon. Number 4, they won't have bought a ticket yet. Number 5, Alicia won't have finished studying until later this evening. All right, great job if you got all the answers on your own. The next part is fill in the blanks. Put the verbs in the correct sentences using the future perfect tense. Please pause the video and do this on your own. If you get them all correct, you will get a lot more out of this video. Okay, I hope you are finished doing that. If you got all the right answers, congratulations. Let me read them for you. Number 1, no, I don't think they will have eaten all those mangoes. Number 2, yes, we will have finished the project by Friday. Number 3, all the members will have agreed by the time the meeting ends. Number 4, the dogs will have finished all that extra chicken. Number 5, she won't have seen the movie because she doesn't have a TV. The final exercise is composition. Get a piece of paper and write 5 sentences with the following verbs in the future perfect tense. If you are not interested in writing, please just pause the video and speak out loud, making your own sentences. And that's all for today. I hope that you do this composition exercise using the verbs convince, buy, sell, execute, and expel. So there's a couple of unusual verbs here which you should experiment with. But other than that, great job if you made it this far. Good luck studying.